Asmathguru Namaha. Students, today we will be starting the new module or new chapter 8, which is called infrastructure. So, in this chapter, we will be focusing on what is the meaning of infrastructure, types of infrastructure, what is the relevance of infrastructure, how important it is to study infrastructure, and how important it is for the economic development of the country. So, infrastructure, what is the meaning of infrastructure? We need to understand. In this chapter, we will be focusing on analyzing the economic and social components of infrastructure, the significance of infrastructure in the context of growth and development of an economy, which is very, very important for any country. Infrastructure, to tell you in normal terminology or general terms, infrastructure is that structure of an economy which supports the growth and development of all the other sectors of the economy. To give you the most simplest of the meanings, this is the kind of support what is needed for all economic activities in the country. So something which actually supports the other activities, all other economic activities in the country, is called infrastructure. So infrastructure is very, very basic physical and organizational structure which is needed for operation of a society or an enterprise. So basically, an enterprise, a business enterprise, needs a lot of support from various domains or various areas, which is called infrastructure. So it provides supporting services in the main areas of industrial and agricultural production, basically into domestic and foreign trade, and basically the commerce, trade and commerce. So what we are trying to analyze. So it promotes production activities in an economy, that is something like transportation, communication, banking, insurance, electricity generation, multi-purpose river valley projects, roadways, railways, metro trains. Then we have shipping. All these are examples of infrastructure. So something like dams, power stations, oil and pipelines. We have even educational institutions like colleges, health system, health infrastructure like hospitals, sanitary system, then clean drinking water, then also the monetary system of the country. So basically, which is into financial authority, financial activities of the country like banks, insurance, and other financial institutions. So we basically study infrastructure because infrastructure is that very, very important structure of an economy which promotes the growth and development of the entire economy. So the entire economy is dependent on infrastructure to develop. Going ahead, we will be talking about what is the role of infrastructure in the development of the economy. So infrastructure contributes to the growth and development of a nation in the following ways. Basically, it impacts productivity of the country. If the product, what is productivity? The average productivity, the average number of units what a person can produce or manufacture, what a laborer can manufacture, is called productivity. So infrastructure supports the growth and development of productivity in the country. So if infrastructure is very, very good in an economy, automatically the productivity of the workers in the economy will be very high. Moving on with the second point, which says infrastructure induces investment. The meaning of induce is to encourage investment. Infrastructure encourages investment very, very nicely, because investment which comes into India from foreign countries, if India has very good infrastructure, automatically people will feel like investing money on Indian economic activities. So we say the investment in the country is a function of infrastructure. If infrastructure is very good, automatically the investment levels will also be very, very good. Moving on to the third point, which is infrastructure generates linkages in production. So the production activity actually depends basically on many aspects. Like, you need to have the four factors of production like land, labor, capital, organization. We call them as four agents of production or inputs of production. So these are very, very important for production. Even with the absence of one of them, you cannot produce successfully. Without land, you cannot produce. Without labor, you cannot produce. Without capital, obviously, you cannot produce. And without organizer or entrepreneur, it is very difficult to produce. So, an organizer is a person who combines the first three factors of production, which is land, labor, capital, and brings them together and combines them in the right proportion, so that there would be a technical combination of four factors of production, which is very, very important for the activity of production in the economy.